All right, welcome in to the All Out Super Late Model Series. We have a little bit of an earlier start here. We are awaiting word from Robert Barber. He's going to come in, talk with us, and let us know how the next few weeks are going to go with the playoff format chase for the championship. So we will await word from him that he is ready. We'll bring him in, talk for just a few minutes, and then we will get going. Before we do need to thank All Out Esports for their help that they do. An All Out Super Late Model Series. As I believe the driver's meeting is over, so let me get a hold of Robert and we'll be right back with Robert. All right, we got Robert Barber with us. Robert, we do have the playoffs starting after tonight. So if you would, just explain how that the whole playoff format is going to work for the next few weeks.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing me on. Let me explain it. It's kind of different how we're going to be doing it from the season, how it's been going. After tonight, we're going to narrow the points positions down to the top 16 in points. Everybody's going to be reset down to 0, and I think you get 1 bonus point for each win that you've had. And basically, it's going to be a 1-race elimination. So when we go next week, we're going to qualify and practice on 1 week, and then we're going to come back the week after and we're going to race. So you won't actually see a race next week. You'll see qualifying and practice. Then we'll come back the week after and race because they are longer races. It's a 200-lap race in each of the races except for our championship race, which will be 250 laps. So basically after the first race, we're going to narrow the field down to 8. And then after the second race, we're going to take it down to our championship 4, and it's going to be a heads-up top 4 race for the championship. Of course, there'll be more cars, but it's just going to be the top 4.
Yeah, and that's it's kind of similar to how we see it with NASCAR, but in a more condensed package.
Yeah, exactly. It's really going to be a condensed version, but that really makes every race count. I mean, you've got 1 race to get in that top 8 or that top 4. Tonight, I'm pretty much the top 16 set. Everybody that's in the top 16 now is going to be in the chase. But that first race in, once it's done, you're cutting it down by half, and everybody's going to be scrambling for positions. It's going to be really exciting. You got the tire rule, which plays the strategy, so it's going to be super important over the next couple weeks, trying to get to the chase. So, yeah, it's just like NASCAR, but it's super condensed.
Yeah, and one other thing, it's nice to see the resurgence here this week. We've got 20 cars here with us tonight, so it's nice to see the car count bounce way back up again.
Yeah, it's been kind of hit or miss. We started off real strong with the COVID deal, and nobody really able to get out. But a lot of the guys that run our league, they're real life racers, and they're always out getting their cars ready or whatnot. We caught them on an off week. We got a great crowd tonight. We got some really fast guys and really, really good drivers, and I think you're going to see a heck of a race. And I'm looking forward to it. I've got a pretty fast piece, and if you can tell, hell, right now our top 10 is only separated by a 10th at that.
Absolutely. All right, Robert, I'll let you get back to practice and get ready to go for qualifying, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of the night, buddy.
Man, man, I sure hope so. I appreciate what you guys do, and I've had a great season, and I'm looking forward to a great chase, and hopefully I'm talking to you at the end of it. So we'll see you guys later.
All right, Robert, good luck. All right, and that was Robert Barber coming in and talking with us a little bit, telling us about the chase. And there you heard it. I know I touched on it a little bit last week, and it's good to hear it straight from the guy running the league. Let everybody know exactly what is going to be going on in the next few weeks. So, over the next few weeks, make sure you're tuning in. We will have practice, and we will have qualifying, essentially set on one night. Then the next week we'll go in and do a race. So normally we catch the last few minutes of practice. What we'll do is we will next week we'll go live a little bit earlier, let you guys catch some more of the practice, and then let you guys watch all of the qualifying session as we get set for qualifying here. We're going to have what it looks like. 21 cars signed in for tonight's race. You're going to have James Somke out on track. He's going to come and start his first lap of qualifying here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty excited hearing all the stuff that's going to be going on over the next few weeks. I'm excited for it. Somke comes to finish his first lap here. Runs an 18:49. Great lap for James Somke. We're going to watch Robert Barber as he's coming to finish his first lap. See where he is going to be at. He's going to jump to the top of the board by 2 1,000ths of a second over Chuck Chambly. Louis Robinette just sitting on track there. Peyton Hamlet out to finish his first lap. Hamlet going to go to the top of the board with an 18.07. Casey Clark coming out now. Clark going to start his first lap. Oh no, yes, he is going to start his first lap. See what Casey cannot get done here on his first lap of qualifying. Fast lap is at 18:07. Steve Chun comes in with the 17.989. Casey Clark with an 18.272 his first lap. Eddie Taylor with an 18.32. Let's see who else. Here we go. Nick Rayberg. He ran an 18:03 of his first lap. See if he cannot pick that up on that second lap here. He looked very good through 3 and 4 there. And he does not pick up any time. So we have 15. Drivers who have taken time here this evening. We're going to have Steve Chun, Nick Rayberg, Peyton Hamlet, Robert Barber, Chuck Chambly, Scott Formosa, Michael Whitting, Louis Robinette, Jonathan Smith, Mark Fravert, Casey Clark, Eddie Taylor, Caleb Ramsey, James Somke, James Talbert. Your top, well, the 15 cars that have taken time. So it looks like we're going to have another car out on track. This is the 32 of Edwards. completing his first lap here. Or starting his first lap, rather. Coming to complete the first lap. That's going to put him top of the board. Trevor Edwards, 17.984. 17.984, separated by 5/1000ths of a second. Now we're starting to see some more guys jump out. Michael Fravert on his first lap of qualifying. He completes the first lap. Well, nope. See what Michael Fravert can't get done here on lap 1. Lap 1, that's going to put him, well, an invalidated lap time. Travis Pryor coming out on pole. And he did not get a lap time in. So, we get set here for our race. You're going to have Edwards and Chun on your front row. Rayberg and Collins going to be in your second row there. You're going to have Hamlet and Barber. Peyton Hamlet ran a very good lap time starting P5. Barber starting 6th. You're going to have Chuck Chambly, Scott Formosa, Michael Whitting, that 22 car, and Louis Robinette round out your top 10. Have Jonathan Smith and Mark Fravert. That 44 machine, 11th and 12th. Have Casey Clark and Eddie Taylor rounding out row number 7. You have Caleb Ramsey, James Somke rounding out row 8. James Talbert, Travis Pryor rounding out row number 9. Row 10 will be 72 of Michael Fravert and the 11 of Joe Williams. Steve Wiggins not starting the race here this evening. So a couple of the storylines that we're going to have. Is Travis Pryor starting way in the back. See if he can't make his way through the field. Robert Barber said he had a fast car in pre-race. See what he can get going here tonight, starting from that P6 position. Green flag is out. And Trevor Edwards with a huge start. Go a little bit further back here. Robert Barber side by side with Peyton Hamlet. He's going to have the spot over Hamlet. Hamlet trying to fight back on that inside. Barber's using the high side momentum to get around him. Barber going to be up into that 5th spot very quickly. Robinette moved up from the 10th spot. You look here. Casey Clark into 3. He's moved up from the 13th starting position. Right behind Michael Whitting, who has fallen 2 spots. Jonathan Smith got around him, as did Louis Robinette. Come back here and check on the O2 of Travis Pryor. You see he's right behind Casey Clark in that 13th position. He is up 5 spots from where he started in that 18th position. You got Caleb Ramsey right behind him. He started 15th. He's up to 14th. As they kind of single file out here. starting to see some of these cars get separated after just 5 laps of racing. Look back here, the 23 of Jonathan Smith trying to get back around Louis Robinette. Or trying to get around Louis Robinette, rather. Smith running the very lowest he can without hitting the inside that white line. You see there are bumps on that white line. Definitely will upset the car there. Scott Formosa started 8th. He's running in that 8th spot right in front of Robinette. Whitting, the 22. It's Caleb Ramsey. Caleb Ramsey up to the 12th spot. Got around Travis Pryor and Eddie Taylor. Pryor moves up one more spot to the 13th position. You see Joe Williams is a lapped car. We're working lap 11 here. See Caleb Ramsey trying to get around the 11 of Williams. Has to duck to the inside into 3 and 4. But that allows Pryor to close in on him. So they are separated by right around 3/10 of a second. Back up front here with Edwards and Rayburg. See Rayburg get loose out of 2. Definitely going to hurt his chance of getting around Trevor Edwards. You got Steve Chun back there in the 3rd spot. He's starting to close in, as is Dalton Collins. Robert Barber running in the 5th spot right in front of Peyton Hamlet. Just Barber, Hamlet, Chambly, Formosa, Robinette, and Smith, 5th through 10th. They are separated by about a second and a half. The car on the move, though, is the 02 of Travis Pryor, up 6 spots from where he started. The other car on the move is the car right behind him, the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. He is under attack from Casey Clark. Clark's got the inside, but Ramsey has the high side momentum. See if Ramsey can't hold him off here. Or does Clark get the spot? And it looks like Clark's going to have the spot at the line. And now Ramsey is going to be under attack from the 66 of Eddie Taylor. Check in with the 22 of Michael Whitting, running right there behind the 23 of Jonathan Smith. He's about a half a second back of Smith now. Smith and Robinette are battling hard for that 9th position. Smith's going to look to the inside into turn 1. Robinette goes way up the track. That's going to allow Whitting to close in on him as well. As Smith gets around him for the 9th position. Whitting trying to take the 10th spot away here on lap number 22 of 125 here tonight. Our last short race, so to speak. Robert Barber and Hamlet have started to break away from Chambly and Formosa. Chambly and Formosa back there about, I want to say right around 3/10 to 4/10 of a second behind Barber and Hamlet. As we look back, Robinette and Whitting still battling hard there. Robinette had the big battle with Smith, and that allowed Whitting to close in on him. Whitting trying to get up into the top 10 here. He started inside the top 10. He wants to get back up in there. Barber and Hamlet are very close, separated by just about 3/10 of a second. Check in on Travis Pryor. He's running back there. He's got some damage on that left side, or right side rather, the right front. Made some contact with the wall. But the big thing is Robinette and Whitting right now. Those two are battling very hard. And then Barber and Hamlet. Those two are battling hard, and that's allowed Formosa to close back in as he's gotten around Chuck Chambly for that 7th position. So the 2-car battle for that 5th spot has turned into about a 3-car battle as Barber was able to pull away from Hamlet as Hamlet got loose out of 2. Now Barber's going to have about a half a second lead over Hamlet. But now Hamlet's got to be careful. As he gets loose out of a corner again, Formosa is going to be right there to capitalize on his misfortune. Come back here to Whitting. You saw he was looking to the inside of Robinette. Now he goes to the outside in turns 1 and 2. Going to cross over, duck to the low side. Not going to quite have enough as they're separated by 3/10 of a second in the battle for 10th. The difference, as we go up here to the leader, as you see, he started to pull away from Rayberg. But Rayberg has an issue. So he's going to have Collins right there on the back bumper of him. Collins trying to take away the 2nd spot. Collins gets the good runs out of the corner. He's going to look to the inside of the 17 of Rayberg. As you see, Rayberg has some damage on the left front. I suspect he got down there and hit those makeshift rumble strips in turn 1 here that they're going by now, as Collins is to the inside of Rayberg for the 2nd spot. Rayberg is going to be able to keep the high side momentum down the straightaway, and they're going to give the spot to Rayberg that time. They were separated by just thousandths of a second. And now Collins has it. So he slid it in front of the 17 of Rayberg. Caution is going to come out here on lap 38. Go back and watch, see what happened here. Ramsey gets loose, and the 72 of Michael Fravert, nowhere to go. We're going to go on board with the 72 here. Show you guys what he saw through the wreck. Very little time to react. Tried to do everything he could. We got to reset the lineup here. It appears as if Robert Barber has ducked down pit road. So we'll wait for them to come back across the stripe. And we'll give an updated running order. Very unfortunate for Caleb Ramsey. He's running really good. He was up there in the 13th position, 14th position. So as they cross the line here, it is going to be Trevor Edwards, your leader, Collins in second, Rayberg third, Chun fourth, Hamlet fifth, Formosa sixth, Chambly seventh, Smith is 8th, Robinette 9th, Whitting 10th, Pryor is 11th, Somke 12th, Clark 13th, Taylor 14th, Robert Barber in that 15th position, Mark Fravert 16th, Michael Fravert 17th, Caleb Ramsey 18th, Joe Williams 19th, and James Talbot rounds out the 20-car field here. We had our first caution right around the quarter of the way mark. So we're going to have one to go. We'll be back to green flag racing next time by. This pace car pulls in. You thought the racing action was intense earlier. Wait till they restart here. Green flag is in the air for Trevor Edwards. And immediately, Rayberg looked to the inside of Collins. Rayberg going to take the second spot back for the moment, but Collins is going to use the momentum down the back straightaway. Chun looking for the third spot on the high side. You see Smith and Formosa back there battling side by side, just like this battle here for the third spot. We go back here to Smith. She's going to get around Formosa on the high side. He's going to keep the 6th position, as Chun was credited with the third spot over Rayberg. Caution will come out. We'll go and see what happened there. Going to be Pryor and Whitting. Looks like Whitting tried to pinch Pryor down there, didn't know that Pryor was down there, and they both go around. We reset the lineup here. It's going to be Edwards, your leader, Collins second, Chun in the third spot, Rayberg fourth, Hamlet fifth, Smith sixth, Formosa seventh, Chambly eighth, Robinette ninth, Somke 10th, Clark 11th, Barber 12th, Taylor 13th, Fravert 14th, or Mark Fravert 14th, Whitting 16th or 15th. Pryor momentarily be in that 16th spot. Fravert will be 17th. Michael Fravert will be 17th. Caleb Ramsey 18th. Joe Williams 19th. And James Talbert rounds out the field. We had two quick cautions there. And we await to see what this next restart will bring here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. We go to our all-out esports blimp cam here, looking overhead. Our drivers. Well, we have a minute. Let's go ahead and thank the All Out Esports Group for all that they do for us, and the All Out Super Late Model Series for the great racing action week in, week out. So we're going to be going back green flag racing next time by. They're going to double up here. We're going to see some more battling up front here. You saw Rayberg momentarily challenge for the second spot, and then he lost third to Chun. Pace car pulls in. Green flag in the air for Trevor Edwards, and he gets a good start. Collins not so much again, as Chun is going to be to the inside of him through 1 and 2. Chun still to the inside. We'll see if he can't pull off. And it looks like there's a little bit of contact and caution will come out. We'll go back and watch that. Looks like they just barely touched, and it was enough to send Collins around. Somke gets caught up in it. Barber almost gets caught up in it. He does a great job of avoiding it. We're going to see quite a few drivers duck down pit road now. Jonathan Smith is going to be the first car other than Edwards to stay out. Smith was in that fourth spot. So we'll wait for them to cross the line and reset their lineup the next time by. And hopefully we'll be able to get you guys an updated lineup here. But we're going to start seeing some of those guys that were up front that pitted or had an incident on one of the last two cautions. We're going to start seeing them come back up to the field now, as we're starting to see the cycle of pit stops take effect here. We go to our blimp cam one more time. Awesome sight there. You see those cars barely getting out in front of the pace car there. So we reset the lineup here. It's going to be Trevor Edwards, Jonathan Smith, Chuck Chambly, Scott Formosa, Louis Robinette, Eddie Taylor, Robert Barber, Travis Pryor up to the 8th spot now. Michael Whitting 9th, Ramsey 10th. Chun fell to the 11th spot. Mark Favre 12th, Michael Favre 13th, Dalton Collins 14th, Nick Rayberg 15th, Peyton Hamlin 16th, Jim Somke 17th, Casey Clark 18th, and he just fell to the 19th spot as Joe Williams goes to the 18th spot, and James Talbot in the 20th position. Pace car ducks down. Green flag back out in the air for Trevor Edwards. And Jonathan Smith with a great restart. That's the best restart we've seen on that outside. So he was able to clear 3rd place and duck down in line with the leader. We move back now to the 25 of Chambly. He gets around Formosa. You got the 30 of Robinette, the 66 of Taylor battling right in front of Barber. As Robinette's going to get around Taylor. Barber looking to the inside now of Taylor. Taylor's going to use the momentum down the back straightaway, but Barber's going to get into the corner a little bit better. A little bit of a tap. And they keep racing. Travis Pryor had an issue and had to duck down pit road. He drops to the 17th spot, 1 lap down. We go back behind those guys to Caleb Ramsey and Eddie Taylor, but you go back even further to Whitting as he see outside of the 17 of Rayberg. Collins right there behind them. They were 3 wide there for a moment. They settled down. And Rayberg's going to get the 10th spot. Collins going after the 11th spot. Collins and Whitting get together. And that's going to cause a big issue. And caution will come out. We go and look in the cockpit of the 84 of Steve Chun. You see there was nothing he could do, and he just hits that. So we go and back up. The issue with Whitting and Collins there, and they both bounce each way, and that collects quite a few drivers, including Hamlet. And the 44 of Mark Favre. See Joe Williams getting a lap back. He was the first car 1 lap down. Travis Pryor is 2 laps down. Oh, looking as they cross the start-finish line here. It's going to be Edwards, Chambly, Formosa, Robinette, Barber, Taylor, Ramsey, Michael Fravert, Rayberg, Somke, Smith, Collins, Mark Fravert, Hamlet, Chun, Williams, Pryor, Whitting, Talbert, and Clark. The running order here is we're going to have one to go. Back to green. And we'll see if those all-out teammates there in that third and fifth position Formosa and Barber can get something done here. This pace car pulls off. And the green is back in the air. Formosa with a great restart. He's to the inside of the 25 of Chambly. Formosa, he's going to have the spot on the exit of the turn. And now he's going to clear. We go back here to Barber as he's battling with the 66 of Taylor. Minor contact there. Looked like maybe a netcode issue. And now he's going to try to get around Robinette. As Robinette is working hard to get around the 25 of Chambly. You see the 17 of Rayburn back there in this sixth spot. He's looking to the outside of Barber, but Barber looks to the inside of Robinette. Barber didn't quite have enough. He's going to slide back behind the 30 of Robinette. With the 17 of Rayburn is looking to the outside. Going to take him a couple more corners to get around Barber in that fifth position. Now Rayberg is going to have the fifth spot away from Barber. This is some intense battling here for the fifth spot. You see you got fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh all right there in a group. Barber gets loose off of 4, and he's going to lose several spots. Caleb Ramsey now going to look to the outside of him. Ramsey wasn't able to get anything done, so Barber is going to be able to stop the bleeding. But you look up in front of him. The 95 of Collins back to the inside of the 17 of Rayberg. For the fifth spot, Collins has it. Collins up to fifth. Rayberg down to sixth. Collins up into the fifth spot. Formosa up in the second. Jonathan Smith, he's moving his way through the field as he got around Caleb Ramsey. And now Travis Pryor, who is 2 laps down, is working to the outside of Ramsey there. And he's going to get the spot. Well, not necessarily the position, but he's going to get the spot on the track. Eddie Taylor right there behind Ramsey. That is for position. And you heard Robert Barber talk earlier in the night. Everybody inside the top 16 in points is locked in. We look back, Peyton Hamlet now is under attack from the one of James Somke. Somke to the inside of Hamlet now. Somke trying to get around Hamlet for that 14th spot. And Hamlet tags the wall. We go up to the 80 of Scott Formosa as the 25 is closing in. As we have 45 laps to go. Where has this race gone? Last time I remember, we were on a caution right around lap 40. And here we are with just 46 laps to go. Lap number 80. We're working lap 80 now. Looking for a battle on track. We go back to the 30 of Robinette. There are 3 cars very close together. Robinette, Barber, and Smith. And throwing the 17 of Rayberg, 5th through 8th, right there together. But the 95 of Collins, he's up here, back up, trying to get back into the top 3 here tonight. And you see Chambly use the defensive line in 3 and 4. Not going to be able to really use the whole defensive line. He uses part of it to keep the 95 behind him. Now the 95 looking to the outside. The 25 of Chambly. Collins to the outside. We got a slow car. That is the 42 of Talbert. Travis Pryor has another issue. And there was a caution. We go back to see what happened. Looks like Pryor tagged the wall, started spinning. It has not been his night here tonight. You see the leader, Trevor Edwards, Scott Formosa, go down pit road. That's going to give the lead over to the 95 of Dalton Collins. We wait for them to cross our finish line here, and we'll get a recalculated lineup here. You see the car is just barely beating the pace car out. That it looks like the 55 of Hamlet and the 1 of Somke. We have guys that ducked down pit road. Rayberg, Taylor, they ducked down this last time. We have 39 laps to go. Reset the lineup here. It's going to be Collins, Chambly, Barber, Smith, Mark Frabbert, Michael Frabbert, Ramsey, Edwards, Formosa, Rayberg, Taylor with Robinette, Chun, Hamlet in pit road with Williams and Somke. As it looks like James Talbert will be in that 17th position. 5 laps down. Looks like Pryor and Whitting have retired from the race, and they will not finish here tonight. And Casey Clark be in that 20th position. So we're going to get set to go back racing here tonight. Green flag in the air. Collins gets a great start. Not so much Barber, but he's going to be looking to the inside of the 25. 25 trying to pinch him down. And he does. That's going to slow Barber up. Barber's going to lose a couple spots. He loses a spot to Smith. And now he's going to be battling with the 72 of Fravert. And there was some contact there. He should have a caution. No caution as of yet. But you look back there. Trevor Edwards in the 5th spot. Going to the inside of Barber. You look to see where the 72 dropped all the way down to the 14th position. After the incident there. You go back to the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. So he's got Scott Formosa right behind him, and Formosa trying to get there, but you got Robinette right behind Formosa, and the 84 of Chun. Formosa looking to the inside of Ramsey. Formosa's going to have the spot down the back straight away by a nose. And at the line, they were separated by just a mere hundredths of a second. Couple hundredths there. Not very much at all. About a nose of the car. But Formosa's going to get around Ramsey. Now Robinette's going to look to the inside, and he's going to try to take that spot away. And he does. And now Chun going to try to look, and Ramsey gets spun by Chun. Caution will come out. There was 2 incidents. So we'll go take a look at the first part of it. You see Barber, he gets tapped in the left rear. And I think there Ramsey was checking up because he saw the slow car to the inside. And that's going to cause our latest caution. We have just one driver we had 3 drivers duck down pit road there. So it's going to be Collins, Edwards, Chambly, Smith, Formosa, Robinette, Barber, Taylor, Chun, Mark Fravert, Hamlet, Williams, Michael Fravert, and Rayberg, with Ramsey, Somke, Talbert, all multiple laps, or a lap or more down. Pryor out of the race. Clark 26 laps down, and Whitting out of the race. Within 30 laps to go here. And I haven't given you guys your track facts about Myrtle Beach here. I'll try to get you some track facts here real quick of the Myrtle Beach Speedway. We're going to be 1 to green next time by. Alright, so a little bit track facts here real quick. It was built in 1958, and it is only a half-mile track. 13 degrees of banking on the turns, 4 degrees on the front straight, and 3 on the back. It's the green flag about to come back out here. And Collins with a great start there. He used the high side to power around the 32 of Trevor Edwards. Edwards, though, remains in second. So we go back here to the 30 of Robinette as he goes wide, and he's going to lose several spots. At least 3 spots there to Formosa, Taylor, and Barber. Barber trying to get around Taylor now. You see the 17 of Rayberg back there. He's trying to get around the 72 of Michael Fravert for that 12th position, and he does that time. Mark Fravert, the next car in line. The 17 gets around Mark, and now he's going to look to the inside of Hamlet. Caution comes out. We'll see what happened there. You see the 44. He gets spun sideways in the 13. Of Ramsey, and James Somke make contact, and that puts Somke up into the wall and Ramsey as well. So reset the lineup here real quick. It's going to be Edwards, Collins, Smith, Chambly, Formosa, Barber, Robinette, Taylor, Chun, Rayberg, Hamlet, Fravert, Michael Fravert, Williams, Mark Fravert, Somke, Ramsey, Talbert, Pryor, Clark, and Whitting, with Ramsey, Pryor, and Whitting retired from the race. Talbert and Clark, Somke just laps down. At this point, with 18 laps to go, Casey Clark, I think he's about as good of a position as he's going to get, being 25 laps down. The next car that's out of the race is Caleb Ramsey, just 3 laps down. Going to be a little bit tough for Clark to pass Ramsey. What would need to happen is several more cautions, and Talbert and Somke to get their laps back, and then Clark to start getting his laps back. But we do not have enough time for that, because we only have 17 laps to go. We need 7 cautions in order for Casey Clark to start getting some laps back to potentially be able to catch the 13 of Caleb Ramsey. There's 20 lap difference between the two of them. The only way, with 16 laps to go, and the only way that could happen is if we had multiple overtime attempts, which we have not seen this season. Pace car ducks in. Green flag back out in the air for Edwards. Collins stays with him. Collins even gets the lead off the restart. Edwards, Collins battling hard for the top spot. Caution will come out here. We go back to see what happened. It's going to be the 66 of Eddie Taylor. Going to get a little bit of a tap from Robinette, and then he's going to hit those inside. I don't know what you would call them. Concrete stops. Rumble strips. Taylor's going to hit the inside, and that was going to spin him around in front of a lot of the cars. So we reset the lineup. It's going to be Edwards, Collins, Smith, Chambly, Barber, Formosa, Redberg, Robinette, Michael Fravert, Taylor, Chun, Hamlet, Williams, Mark Fravert, Somke, Talbert, Ramsey, Clark, Pryor, Whitting, with Ramsey, Pryor, and Whitting out of the race. Clark, Somke, and Talbert a lap or more down here with 12 laps remaining in the race. The big story here has been Trevor Edwards, Dalton Collins. They have led a majority of this race. Actually, I believe they've led, well, they've just about led every bit of this race. We have 11 laps to go in our regular season. Just 11 more laps left in the regular season, and then we will get started with our postseason next week. We're going to be going back to green flag racing next time by. We will have 10 laps to go. Well, we've got 10 to go this time. We'll have 9 to go. 9 laps remaining in our regular season. Pace car is on pit road. Trevor Edwards, Dalton Collins, fire, and we are back under green with 9 laps remaining in our race. And we're going to have a huge pile up further back in the field. So we're going to go see what happened there. It started with the 30 of Robinette and the 66 of Taylor. Taylor got into the back of Robinette, and that upset Robinette's car and collected several others. I guess these guys just don't want the regular season to be over. It's going to be Edwards, Collins, Smith, Chambly, Barber, Formosa, Rayberg, Robinette, Fravert, Michael Fravert, Chun, Mark Fravert, Williams, Hamlet, Somke, Taylor, Talbert, Ramsey, Clark, Pryor, Whitting, Ramsey, Pryor, and Whitting out of the race. And thought for a moment that Peyton Hamlet had retired from the race as well. But he did not. He's just on pit road. As James Somke gets his lap back, he's back on the lead lap here. 6 laps to go. There's a 10-lap difference between Clark and Ramsey. So Clark will finish in that 18th spot. Ramsey 17th. Pryor 19th. And Whitting 20th. We can go ahead and get those guys' positions locked down. Now, Talbot may be able to pick up one more spot and finish in that 15th position, as Eddie Taylor is still on pit road. 3 laps down. Just 2 laps difference between Talbot and Taylor for that 15th position. Somke ducks down pit road, and he's in danger of going a lap down again. And Somke's going to be able to get out right in front of the pace car. So we'll go back to green flag racing next time by. And Talbot will, in fact, pick up that 16th position. That's going to put Eddie Taylor in the 15th spot. Unless he can get out this lap. But the pace car ducks in. Green flag back out in the air for Trevor Edwards. He gets a good start, but so does Jonathan Smith, and immediately there is a wreck after the restart. We'll go back and look at it here. Going to be the 72. Michael Fravert. It looks like he just... I'm not sure. I'll have to take another look at it. It looks like Robinette came down as Fravert was coming up, and Peyton Hamlet, James Somke, Louis Robinette, they all get good damage off of that. We're going to have 3 laps to go. Clark may be able to. If we get one more caution, he will be able to surpass Caleb Ramsey for that 17th position. James Talbot gets a lap back. He's going to be in the 15th spot. He surpassed Eddie Taylor. So we'll get you an updated lineup here. It's going to be Edwards, Collins, Smith, Chambly, Formosa, Barber, Rayberg, Mark Fravert, Chun, Williams, Somke, Hamlet, Robinette, Michael Fravert, 14th place, 2 laps down after that wreck. Talbot, Taylor, Ramsey, Clark, Pryor, and Whitting, with Taylor, Ramsey, Pryor, and Whitting out of the race. Casey Clark could pick up that 17th spot and move up one more position and get some a couple extra points there. Louis Robinette is going to go 1 lap down. 13th position. We'll have 1 lap to green. 3 laps remain in the race. Pace car pulls off there. The entry of 3 and 4. Green flag back out in the air for Trevor Edwards. Dalton Collins drag races with him into turn 1. Same thing with the 3rd position with Jonathan Smith. Now you got Scott Formosa looking to get into the 4th spot. We go back here to Smith. Formosa. 25 of Chambly gets spun. We have 1 lap to go, which we will not have 1 lap to go. We shouldn't have 1 lap to go. Go and look at the crash here towards the end of the race. And it looks like Formosa just barely gets in there a little bit hotter than what the 25 did. The 25 gets spun around each and every way. All right, well, that's going to do it. Watch the leader cross the finish line. See the leader pull into victory lane there. 2nd and 3rd, Don Collins, Jonathan Smith. We'll be right back with post-race interviews and the final running order. Also, the point standings leading into tonight. So it's going to be Trevor Edwards, your race winner. Dalton Collins, 2nd. Jonathan Smith, 3rd. Scott Formosa, 4th. Steve Chun, 5th. Robert Barber, 6th. Mark Fravert, 7th. Nick Rayberg, 8th. Joe Williams is 9th. James Somke, 10th. Chuck Chambly, 11th. Louis Robinette will be 12th. Peyton Hamlet, 13th. James Talbert, 14th. Michael Fravert, 15th. Eddie Taylor, 16th. Casey Clark, 17th. Caleb Ramsey, 18th. Travis Pryor, 19th. Michael Whitting in that 20th position here tonight. As I go to pull up the point standings here, we'll be right back. All right, we got the point standings pulled up here. You can see Scott Formosa coming into tonight had points lead. Barber 2nd, Smith 3rd, Robinette 4th, Pryor 5th, Somke 6th, Fravert 7th. That is Michael Fravert. Caleb Ramsey, Austin Victory, Michael Whitting, Mark Fravert, Preston Boers, Joe Williams, Robert Taylor, Chris Reardon, Zach Coyer, top 16 here tonight, or top 16 coming into points, but I believe maybe Peyton Hamlet might have jumped over Coyer for the 16th spot. We'll be back with interviews momentarily. All right, we're here with our third place finisher, Jonathan Smith. Jonathan, you did a great job to, battle back after the initial start. You kind of fell off a little bit, fell down the running order, and you battled back for a top three finish here tonight.
Yeah, I just kind of tried to hang on, take care of my car, and make sure I was there at the end. I really hate that it threw that caution right as we were taking the white flag. I think I might have had something for him, but especially if we could add some green flag laps instead of all those cautions at the end.
Yeah. It just seemed like nobody wanted the regular season to end. You guys wanted to postpone going into the championship playoff next week.
Yeah, no, we've got a really good schedule for the chase, so I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah, and speaking of the schedule for the chase, you've got New Smyrna, a great track, 5 Flags. We've already been there once this season, I believe. No, we have not been there once this season. Yes, we have 5 Flags. Um, Another great track, and then barring any iRacing issues, we should be finishing up at Nashville. I know a lot of you guys either run at or work at Nashville down there.
Yeah, I work on a late model team that races at Nashville, so I'm really looking forward to that race.
Yeah, and back to tonight's race. It was just very tough up there inside the top 5 all night. You had Robert Barber up there, Formosa, yourself, Collins, Edwards, and quite a few guys that we routinely see up in the top 5 up there. So it makes it hard to really run inside that top 5 with the caliber of drivers that are in the race that were in the race tonight.
Yeah, we had a really tough field tonight. I mean, if you look at practice times, I think there are like 15 of us within a tenth of a second. I mean, it's just a crazy tight field. A lot of really good guys in here.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Jonathan, I'll let you thank your sponsors and anybody else you need to, and get on out of here and enjoy the rest of your evening, buddy.
I've got to thank Driven Motorsports and Driven Designs, ProTeam.com for being on the hood, and you for giving us an awesome broadcast, and Robert for putting on the league.
All right, Jonathan. Thanks for your time, buddy.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, we're with our second place finisher, Dalton Collins. Dalton, very tough race up there between yourself and Trevor Edwards all night.
Yeah, man. The first part of the race was pretty good. We had a good run there, and thought I was gonna have a shot at it, and almost did there at the end. But I mean, I don't know what guys' problems are today. Ever since I've been back, I've been off the sim for a little bit, and just getting back into the short track stuff. And for some reason, guys just don't know how to race and don't know how to drive. I mean, you had Steven Chun out here blinking like a damn Christmas tree, and doesn't know how to get out of anybody's way when he's doing that, and got caught up in that, and that's one thing. But the incident with the 44 got put in the inside wall. I don't know if he got nervous because I was passing him again, and he saw the 95 on my door or what, but. That guy too, I think it was the 17. Nick was all over the place. I mean, this league is great. I love Robert Barber's league, all out sim racing, and it's a shame when you have guys like that racing like that. But congratulations to Trevor. I was giving it all I could there. A lot of respect for that guy. I raced late models with him quite a few times. Traded paint with him a lot in the past, and was really happy that we were able to keep it clean there. But good win to him, and shout out to Jonathan Smith and Caleb Ramsey, good buddy of mine that I just started working with Mud Duck Racing on their dirt stuff, and it's a shame, but all in all, second place, can't really complain about it after the night that I had.
Yeah, and you mentioned got caught up early. You're back in the field. You were able to battle back up into the top 3 here, and did a heck of a job doing it.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate it. I love Myrtle Beach, and Myrtle Beach and a super late model is a perfect match, and just really love racing, and especially here, and especially at all at esports. But hopefully, I can come back and be a contender next time around.
All right, well, Dalton, we'll let you thank your sponsors. Get on out of here, buddy.
All right, I support STR. If anybody wants to catch up on the latest short track, dirt track races and events going on, go check us out. I support STR on Facebook. Everybody at Legacy Sports on the Cup side, Boyd Hogan, Curtis Sawyer, Taylor Burris, all those guys over there, really working hard at the Road to Pro stuff this year, and with me just getting back in the Cup stuff, really appreciate them. Bruzy, Butt Kicker, Bobby Dale Earnhardt over at Legacy Sports, giving us the support there. Jonathan Smith for coming home third, my little buddy there, and got to give a shout out to Joey Lamb, Caleb Ramsey, and AJ Cruz, all those guys at Mud Duck Racing for helping me on the dirt side now as well. Really appreciate everybody, and thank everybody for all their support.
All right, Dalton, thanks for your time, buddy.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, we're here with our race winner tonight, Trevor Edwards. Trevor, congratulations on the win. Led the most laps. You were up front pretty much all night.
Yeah, the whole tire thing, I hate taking tires, but I had to take it with a 40 to go or whatever, and I was worried about getting caught up in somebody else's mess. But it's like the C's parted, I went from like 8th to 4th in the first 2 laps of that run, so I knew I was going to be pretty well off if I could just keep the nose on it after that.
Yeah, and you had a lot of drivers up there to get around that are very stiff competition, especially in this series. You had Robert Barber, Scott Formosa Smith, and then Dalton Collins up there, all 4 tough drivers to try to contend with to get up there inside the top 3.
Yeah, I was really worried about Dalton, and then he hit that one restart like he knew when I was going. I think he got on pedal before I did. And that worried me a little bit for the next restart. I kind of set him up for it. So I got a good jump the next 2 and kind of sealed the fate there.
Yeah, talking about that restart, that was the best restart that we'd seen anybody be able to get that wasn't the leader on a restart all night. And it was a drag race into 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's what I told him. That's the best restart I've ever seen on iRacing from somebody that's not the leader. But I knew once we got to 1, if we didn't have the caution before we got there, that I was going to be fine. Considering the corner with those new tires, I'd at least pull the car a length or so.
Yeah, absolutely. And you were able to start on pole and lead the most laps here. You ended up with the fastest lap time inside the race, as well as your qualifying time. But that was something that I did not expect with the qualifying the way it was, with Steve Chun being just 0.004 of a second off of you. The race completely turned 180 degrees from where it was set up to from the start.
I am usually terrible at qualifying, so I think I could have ran probably like a 92 or 93 because I screwed up really bad off of 4. So I was like, well, Dalton's got this easy. I'll be starting 2nd or 3rd at best. And then it's like all the times came in. I was like, what's going on? I never win pole positions.
All right, well, Trevor, we'll let you thank your sponsors and get on out of here, buddy.
All right, thanks. I just got to say thank you to Sin City Heavy Haul and Midwest Power Source, two of my good buddies on here, and they helped me design this paint scheme and appreciate it. And Ryan Matthews for doing the paint scheme.
All right, Trevor, thanks for your time, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, well, that's going to do it here for the All Out Esports and the All Out Super Late Model Series. That is the finisher of the championship here tonight. Well, the regular season, rather, not the championship, regular season. Make sure you guys tune in next week for practice and qualifying. We'll have practice and qualifying night, and then the next week we'll have a race. The round of 16 starts now, and it's going to be interesting to see what those 16 drivers battling for the championship are going to bring out each and every week. Unfortunate end to the night for some of the drivers. We did not expect to see some of the drivers end the way they ended, with a few of them being laps down. But a great race, great night of racing. We look forward to seeing you guys back next week for the round of 16 practice and qualifying night at New Smyrna Speedway. Until then, stay safe, be careful, take care of yourselves, and do what you have to do to remain safe, especially with things starting to open up and being kind of wonky right now. Make sure you guys are taking extra precautions. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, we will see you guys back next Thursday. Have a great rest of your Thursday evening.